20th Coffee Chat. Today we have Jon with us again.
Hi, Ty.
Hi, and he's a digital marketing manager here at Pure Greens. And today we'll be talking about
blogging and how to use blogs to build your farm business.
Awesome. Cheers. Jon, tell the audience please what blogging is and why is it important to grow your farm business?
Absolutely. So blogging is basically having a weblog or blog. So it's a blog or journal basically that you keep on your website or on a blogging site like medium.com, which is what we used when we first started here at Pure Greens, and we didn't have a blog. Now we have a blog at puregreens.com/blog. But basically blogs are a great way to demonstrate that you're an expert, to get people interested in your stuff, and to spread your business virally across social media, across search engines and stuff like that, because people love to share articles, especially about things like farming or food, produce, nutrition, all the things that we kind of talk about in a farm business here at Pure Greens and that most people are going to be talking about in their farm business. So blogging is kind of a necessary thing if you're going to grow your farm business because it's free. It allows people to understand that you're an expert, and it allows you to spread word about your business across all sorts of places on the internet.
Jon, is blogging something every farm business should be doing?
Yes, absolutely. Every farm business should be running a blog at least once a week just to kind of give people an update on what you're working on. If not, writing kind of more in-depth articles that we call long-form articles that are like 2,000 to 5,000 words, and those are really what Google loves. Because Google loves really in-depth, complete answers. So you definitely should be blogging at least once a week, if not a couple times a week.
That's very cool, Jon. So how do you use blogging to grow your business?
Sure. So there are three main ways that blogging is going to help you grow your business. The first is it's going to increase your search engine optimization, or SEO. If you've been online for a minute, you've probably heard that term. It basically refers to how easy you are to find online. Writing really good, long, in-depth blogs that answer common search questions. For example, we just wrote a long one by Leah, who you saw recently, on the ultimate guide to pesticides. Now when people Google pesticides, our article comes up on the first page, they can find us. That's the first way it helps you. The second way it helps you is that it allows you to go viral. If you've ever seen an article that's shared on Facebook, if you've ever gotten into an argument on Facebook over an article that someone else shared, that's the power of virility. When you write really good blogs, people share them, people get into conversations about them, and that helps you to increase your presence online. And the third way it helps you is through what's called guest blogging. So with guest blogging, it allows you to get your content in front of other people's blogs. So for example, if there's a really popular farming blog here, we might reach out to them and say, hey, we wrote this article on pesticides, maybe you want to feature it on your blog. And if that blog already has 1,000 readers, 10,000 readers, now by creating these good blog articles that have value and are valuable for other people's readers, you're able to get your content in front of a large audience without having to run ads, without having to wait for SEO or any of those things that kind of take time. So those are three kind of basic ways that blogging helps. There's a lot more ways that blogging helps, but those are the ones that you should really focus on when you get started.
So this is also good with other farmers to do cross-promotion?
Yes, absolutely. It's a great way to cross-promote is to do guest blogging. That's a whole strategy you can find online. It takes a little bit of work and you need to really write good articles, but it's very powerful because it allows you to get in front of these big audiences pretty quickly.
That's awesome. How do you start guest blogging?
Sure. So the first thing you want to do is find a list of blogs that are related to your niche. So for example, if you're a hydroponic farm like we are, we would Google something like top 50 hydroponic farm blogs. There's a site called FeedSpot, which is going to have a bunch of these articles and aggregate articles with 50 blogs, 100 blogs. So start there. When you Google it, it's usually the first thing that'll come up. So from there, you're going to make a list of the blogs that you think you would be a good author for. You're going to make sure that they take guest blogs, because not every blog accepts guest blogs. So generally, when you go look at these blogs, you'll want to see, are there guest articles already? If there aren't, you probably don't want to contact them. I mean, you could, but it's probably better to just start with the ones that have some guest articles already. After that, you're going to use a tool called hunter.io. I'll put it on the video screen here. And Hunter.io helps you find email addresses. So you'll take the blog website, you'll put it into Hunter.io, it'll give you an email address. Then you're going to reach out to these people. You want to write your article before you reach out. So if we're going to write an article for a hydroponic farm blog that's like the top 50 reasons to hydroponic farm in the future, right? We want to write that article first, and then we're going to reach out to them and say, hey, and you want to really like put some research in here. You don't want to just like write a form letter to everyone that's exactly the same. You want to say, hey, I really liked your blog because of X, Y, Z reasons. Maybe link to an article that you really liked in your email, and then say, hey, I've been writing an article that I think might be a good fit for you guys. I don't know if you take guest blogs, but if you're interested, let me know and I'll send you the article. Don't send them the article the first time, and don't add an attachment, because many people think that like if they get an attachment from email from someone they don't know, it's a spam or a virus or something. So always ask if they're interested in checking out the article in the first one, but have it written so that if they say yes, you can immediately send them an email with the article right away. From there, they're going to read the article. If it's a good article and they take guest blogs, they should approve it. Then they'll give you a time. Maybe they'll want you to write like a small author bio or something. And they should give you a link to your website. The link to your website is very important, because that's kind of the currency of the guest blog. If they don't link back to your website, then all those people who read about you and thought you were awesome, they don't know where to find more of you. So definitely make sure you get that link in there as well. Now, as with most things in marketing, it's not like you're going to send one email and get a guest blog. You're probably going to need to send 20, 30, 50 emails, and you'll probably get maybe 1 out of every 10 emails will let you write a guest blog, if you write good articles. So if you send 50, you might get 5 guest blogs, but that's 5 blogs now where you're going to get in front of their audience. They're already interested in what you're talking about because you did the research up front to make sure that they were like the right fit. And now you might get in front of, some blogs have 100,000 readers, some blogs have millions of readers a month, some only have a few thousand, but that's thousands of people who already trust the person whose blog you're guest blogging on, so you kind of get an unofficial approval from them because they already trust the person whose blog they're reading, so then they trust you a little bit more because you were kind of a friend of theirs. So guest blogging, great strategy, takes a little bit of work. Don't get discouraged if you send 10, 15, 20 emails and no one gets back to you. But if you keep doing this, you will get some guest blog spots, and you will get a lot more followers and readers than you have now.
So you definitely need patience, and you need that kind of entrepreneurial spirit too.
Yes, definitely, yeah. You need to not be afraid of rejection. Right. Some people might not write you back. You might need to follow up with them, right? If they don't write you back, you might need to say, hey, I wrote you an email about a blog. Did you get it? Okay, cool. Right. Sometimes you might need to follow up 2 or 3 times, but if you're persistent, this is a strategy that's worked for a lot of people, so if you stick to it and you send enough emails, you will get some success from this.
This is amazing, guys, and you can do this all for free. Jon, is there anything else that you recommend people to do, with blogging?
Yes, definitely. So the one last tip I want to leave you guys with is for the question of, what do I do if I have no audience? So you just started a blog, you literally have no readers. How do you get people to read your stuff? Guest blogging is one way, but as we mentioned, that takes some patience and some time. But there's a really easy way that you can get people to read your stuff through using Facebook ads. So one of the things that we do a lot here, and we do this in 2 ways. The first way we do this, if you're completely new, you have no audience, you just started your marketing business for your farm, you're a farmer, you're not a marketer, then what you can do is go on Facebook, and you can go into the Facebook ads, create a Facebook ad account, all that fun stuff. And then you're going to go to the targeting section. And the targeting section is going to let you find people by interest. So you can type in things like farming, hydroponic farming, organic farming, farm to table. And that's going to allow you to put ads for your article in front of people who have already said they're interested in these subjects. So for $5 a day, you can get people to click on and read your article, and you can really get these pretty cheaply. Some of our articles, we get clicks for as little as 5-6 cents per article. So that could be 100 clicks a day, 100 people for $5 reading your article. Now you've got people who have found out about you, maybe they bookmark your blog, they keep coming back, and now you're getting your article in front of people. They can share that article on Facebook with their friends, and now for just $5 a day, you're able to get at least probably 20 to 100 people onto your article every single day, so you can start spreading your knowledge and start getting an actual audience of followers who understand what you do and are interested in what you sell. So that's a great way. The second way to do that, if you've already been doing some Facebook advertising and you already have a little bit of audiences, then you can do what's called retargeting to content. And retargeting to content is basically where you need to have about 1,000 people who've already clicked on your website through Google or Facebook, but then you can send ads to the people that have already come to your website, So they're already sort of interested in you. These are like kind of your hot prospects. And you can put the ad for the article in front of them. They've already been to your website, they know who you are, they're going to be much more likely to click on it. And for those, you can get clicks for as little as 1 to 2 pennies because it's much cheaper to retarget than it is to actually target. So depending on your situation, if you're brand new, start that $5 a day. Once you get 1,000 people, then you can start retargeting to the people who already came to your website and getting even cheaper to bring them back to new articles or articles you write in the future. But now you'll start to actually get some traffic to your website, start getting people, start getting comments, start getting people sharing your articles, and it's really not very expensive. It's $5 a day to get started. You can do more, but with $5 a day, you'll get people to your website and reading your articles right away, even if you have 0 people on your audience, even if no one even knows you have a blog yet.
This is amazing. I know you already touched base a little bit on it, but how much does it cost?
Sure. So blogging is free. You can create a blog for free on WordPress. If you already have a website, you can add a blog page to your site for free. Guest blogging is free, finding those lists is free, Hunter.io is a free tool. The only thing that's really going to cost you money is advertising on Facebook, and you don't have to do that. That's just a way to kind of get started if you have 0 audience whatsoever. Okay. If you just want to take some time and blog, eventually you'll get an audience. But the Facebook, for as little as $5 a day, $150 a month, you can get started and get that first 1,000 people on your website, start building your email list, and kind of making those people your audience members. But otherwise, you can blog and do guest blogging for absolutely free. The only thing that costs is the ads, and that's not a necessary thing. It's just it's a good tactic to kind of give a nice little quick jump start to your business.
So $5 a day, guys, that's an investment. All right, guys, so there you have it. You can start blogging and running ads for $5 a day. Thank you so much, Jon, for joining us and sharing all this knowledge and insight. It was really helpful. I'm sure it helped our viewers a lot.
Thanks for having me. Glad to do it.
And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you guys next week.